Nnawotwe na memo akwaba ha eye Adom TV na asempa 94.7 ene anopa memenda ye na twedian pon basa ye Adom na se so ahwe so na wotwe dwumadie ene na memenda ye de ebre won sedia ye no memenda bia na anopa no wotwe ekosise no ndu ebebo ensem a etwagu na wotwe mu nyina no na ye hwe emudie wan ena edi akotene na ye sanso siso ama obiem anopa yin komo a ye bedie no niema mienu ene ye beka ho asem Galamsey ya abetete o my Ghana kon efie edu ene etire abanya ba abanko abanya hodo akon enen pempenso ababedu no ene se Galamsey asem yi Ghana Water Company Limited ama mani nyina nyanentie se ensu no a womo ensaka efri eye yensu ensu ahodo nyina mu a woso odandani edi fanfidiem na yenya binom eba ye fie ese pipe borne water no emu ohamu chichemu aduosia aye polluted eno ne pempenso Ghana gina nti de wo hye yensuo na wo ye mpotam nyina ne adwuma Ghana water eye no a emu 40% eno mutumi de fanfidie mu ebreyen ese mfa ne adwuma na ye nom eno ati wo hye ensuo na okosama epo akasa adane brown ya sensuo no ama epo so no ani asesa animdifo pino akasa ebi krecha se ba bia du ne de e wo so mampani a declare state of emergency na ema wiase nyina hu se Ghana wa hwehie mu empempenso adu no sa na wo mo chese akwa ahodo bebre no a organize labor kra ba bontia beka se omama ban no 18 days esese wan fan hye ansi ginaye anyi Galamsey anfi hodmo a wo mu nyina aban adwumafo nyina enkwa adwuma amampania bekasa a kire se wo mo ede asrafo asojafo ani postifo ekọ Galamsey site ahodo areas a ekoso no no makọhye so mo betu ase anopa ye bedi mu komo ne abisa eye enough kasa no adroso na actions no ekoso na no ekosi sen ye wo mayimu ya te operation hot ya te operation vanguard ya te galam stop ekosi sen ni nyina anopa yi ye bedi mu komo asem ye tusumi no na ye behye eye free senior high school ya ban edebaye na 2017 ene sase what the keka ebesi 2023 a na enipa free SHS a school for nkwada afamu no eye bese 2.6 million Ghana for enkwada ye behwe 8 years ni sunsanso impact no eye dien eye positive anase nyoma bi asesa se wuyi se na yo mampani akufu ada ni so adi huna o mana mamra so no na ekasa free compulsory universal basic education edi kona ni mu nyina no eno so eka ho asem anopa ye behwe 8.4 billion cedi eni sika abanyi edi ase free senior high school mu eye bibia e woso man bosti ekasa boayen anite sen we mienu ena mene animdifo ebesia na yedi mu nkomo edi amegye so ene abena pokua a hwenie me basisia na mami emma eye adib sani akwaba oye security analyst babambo ene ehun komo a omunim die pa na ye hyase e wo Galamsey enkobomo adib machia no pay
yenya
ye da sani ebra wanya dia mai megidi se bibia ye boko
ye da yankopon ase boko woswe
Adom nti me ho ye pa na ye hwe Galamsey ehun enkobo abambofo postifo ne sojafo to da bia ya na adwuma nyina wo so na akwakosi na ye gya wo magum ebekọ wie kira na o masan ba betena fie na kyese ebehunu no ye se Galamsey ekoso from mine no ye be 10 years ni edeba the fight against ye Galamsey wo sha aye effective ayenya results ana
eyo mi da say maminchia mo production team maminchia wananyo. Indeed, Usha, it is said since you started the operations to end Galamsey, no rather Galamsey, Akoso, Akoini. Because from data I gather from the ground, it looks like Fine, not Galamsey war, you cannot run away from that fact. But it looks like since you started some initiatives to end Galamsey, rather Galamsey is on the ascendancy, a crossroad. We have more and more people are almost developing interest in Galamsey. Interestingly, Miriam, even members of the security services, or Galamsey site to end it, then they realize that profession way it is something worth doing, because I've been yet to say a national mainstay, a legitimate business yet to mean yes, despite all the so-called operations, to say Galamsey is they are more stronger than the state. So it is safe to say that Galamsey is no di kunim rather. They won the day, and yet the state. And we've also witnessed more forest cover are depleted. Cocoa farms, have ceased to exist. Environmental effect, recently, Dr. Bikasano see that the number of cancer cases are almost receiving now. It's just astronomical. It's unbelievable. Because of obviously heavy water, your friend said heavy metal are using pollute a lot of the water resources, including river and cobra. And so Obian to me, Sheminim, then tell me that we are succeeding, baby. Rather, things have gotten worse, unfortunately.
Now, Kwakuni be a chesen Kabeya by and declare a state of emergency. Bako a climate for change and food security. Usha Galamsey no yedri san pempensono ya wase our mampani a declare state of emergency.
Well, the first question Mr. Enune then a state of emergency. So basically, who suspended laws be rights would be suspended. For example, before Ubibet Miachu, the person would come with an arrest warrant and I'm transfer. But under a state of emergency, you can be arrested. You see, you are not supposed to be detained beyond your friend said 72 hours without going to court. But under state of emergency, almost me detain indefinitely. Okay, almost see every crime is bailable, including serial killing, according to Martin Kigwe state case. And so with the mobile for even staring at somebody, and be detained beyond 72 hours. And is to ensure some level of operational efficiency without unnecessary court delays, any injunctions, any asadi. So me are very much in favor of state of emergency because na ever to me a soldier for power to be able to execute it and execute it well. All right. However, and they handle because in the past, a soldier for several Operation Galamsey, Halls, Operation Vanguard, any of the, it all happened. A soldier for Omukoshi Galamsey excavators ever Galamsey sites. At the point now, big politician be Omushi in the Galamsey, it became a serious internal political party issue. Okay. Omuko sites be said Erastus has a documentary.
Sure.
Omuko site be will be on the super be in the end the site belongs to a politically exposed person, and so we feel honor. We've seen soldiers guards, Galamsey sites. Almost see community mining and also another name for Galamsey for most of it, because it's the same appeal. Just that I don't know it's in a recycled bottle, but in the end, and also affecting environment. A soldier folk were involved, a police folk were involved. It became national issue, but rather Galamsey are calling it. So it shows us that something is missing, and we missing too. Because you see, a soldier for Kohonwa is the good old approach. So one, you see, you impose a state of emergency. Because a soldier for to me to be able to do it well. Secondly, political interference. There should be zero political interference, and I expect your opinion to give that directive to all the appointees and all those other politicians. Say, to me, to tell them to leave aside, let them do their work, and trust me, Minia, Galamsey, and lasted beyond 48 hours. Ghana. We are sure that in 24 hours, Galamsey. History. Yenim solution though. It's not like we don't know where any rocket science be yenim obianim. But the question is commitment, So until we have that commitment to ensure security services by before with under the cover of a state of emergency and zero political interference, trust me, media. We cannot succeed. And the unfortunate thing is, it has become so political, such that politicians they benefit directly from it. I mean, apart from the fact that they own sites, But Galamsey, it bankrolling politicians we bring. Ghana. Okay? And then assembly multi-dimensional that comes together to form Galamsey. And so before able to solve it, we should also solve it from a multi-dimensional angle. So apart from kinetic approach, you use soldier for you use the non-kinetic approach, human insecurities. Because if people see we are going to say as positive, and it's a fact. Unemployment rate 14.7%.
Yeah.
According to the Ghana Statistical Service, about 2 million Ghanaians are in school, or nothing. They are just there, idle. Okay, and you see, a lot of graduates are home schools no doors on an annual basis. Or move schooler, they don't have jobs. Secondly, Galamsey sites, communities it is oiled by Galamsey Sikano. Okay, because who are hotel or Galamsey sites or business, even if the what do you call it, the bill is exorbitant, still Nipa be type of because they are Galamseyers, they make money. Utong Ejani, they are in business. All right. Recently now, Madame Fubi Oton the car, he wasn't able to get it right because car there was no wedding. Obi see member solution, no see then the solution, see with the Falcon Galamsey sites, boys no or more sika or more beton the me sure say when he arrived at the Galamsey site, less than 3 hours will be talking cash. So sika. So if we are asking them to stop, what happens to the local economy? And then what would we do? The businesses, would they go out of business? So let's approach it from the human security perspective. Alternative income sources. So very important. Skill development, very important. But I don't think we've done enough. Like 99% of Ejuma so far kasa. So for those of us within SAR field, we wish the governments, plays a much bigger role than it is playing in the past, and ensure the right things are done. As simple as that, Mina.
Okay. Now, say you can't state of emergency once no organized labor consensus or more reason. You need to more cotton or more than say abang embane mining akasa. Omanya specific with Galamsey. Na ye Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, George Mrekudu Kadin Sembia Tuja Enra, ya bebe na susu someone na enya dwen. Was it saba na organized labor calling no enya possible nya dia mampani any MPP betumi e dia yedwuma. At this point, ban on mining and also ban on Galamsey. Dia wen na e betumi aye the solution say ye ka say.
Well, not too long ago, we called Sunyani for a stakeholders event. Now, a very big event on the Galamsey Assembly. In fact, there were reps from artisanal mining associations, no, what they are doing in Galamsey, because we are much more organized and more adhering to strict, rules so far as environmental protection is concerned. Indeed, the machine be and some machine, there's a very environmentally friendly machine which we are using for mining activities. Instead of the use of mercury, heavy metals, and all that, some machine they are very eco-friendly. And so, according to them, no normal use. However, still, some individuals are so-called small-scale miners are actually engaged in Galamsey. And with him said, even large-scale mining are recognized by the state.
Yeah.
Mining be Galamsey. The question is, then the Galamsey unhealthy mining practices. Mining affecting environment, And Galamsey. And so anybody can do Galamsey. So I rather think, say, yen target one, if you need the necessary permits. However, yen cautious because if you want necessary permits, yet are involved in Galamsey. So yen draw that distinction. Galamsey is not an unprepared mining. Which me our papers, yet idea we Galamsey. So let's also, in as much as yes, stop it and prepared ones, at the same time, so yes, stop it prepared ones are almost destroy environment, If you don't adhere to environmental protection values and our codes and our ethics and you have no business mining in Ghana. Even the big mining firms, you're inspecting and make sure that the right thing is done. As simple as that, Minia.
Now, what Cassa, the Eco Sono, I was saying, ye about your same efrimu. Now, so, say, organized labor and some more can any idea crumponum. Would see a democrat to say, I say, NDC, SHA, the Ebeco to be an uti will be argumenta. Was the Galamsey Ecosono, Ubecomono, na MPP, paying for ministers, any idea, and na a concessions are one more de Sedumano. It will can't the Cosia, will be a bosswamania, now I refer to MPP, now assume a sense I refer to NDC. Do you think, sir, ye do some persona, MPP, NDC, the major political parties are candidating me, no, MNC Jinaeba Conca said, the Anamoa, Ebia MPP, Etuno, NDC Church, say, and yes, sir. Now, Quaisa will be Quacaso or Cocono for Francois Codinache, as a media meba, Megumu Ediamamo.
Well, the unfortunate thing is because of the politically polarized nature of your society, sometimes they who body say feeling, but they see, oh, they build and your body because of politics,
Yeah.
And I think it is sad. A same way. And your NDC MPP assembly. Because when you sure say River Ankobra supplying Suma NDC for and our MPP for. The use of heavy metals, mercury echo into the atmosphere. I mean, yes, sure say Frama your NDC in Frama and our MPP in Frama. In the end, a Ghana affected. There was serious reputational damage to us as a people. And so, first of all, politics from Sa Assembly. And because, politics, if we attach politics to it, I've been here, to be solvent, baby. But detaches our politics, we begin to see it as a purely law enforcement issue. And why? There's no denying that fact. It is incontrovertible, say, politicians are very involved. And the interesting thing is, After Obia mining concession from nowhere, like interest, has suddenly hiked since you started operations to end Galamsey, because it looks like Sika will hop and have a politician be wants a mining concession. And I think at the point here, we abused it. I think Obia will be, and everybody was prospecting, everybody was mining. It was like floodgates, and I think that is the problem. So until approach issue way politically there, to me, and about NDC MPP, and about Ghana.
Mate, Adibinti, going forward, and a mampani, the second pona what declare, and also what deploy a police for near soldier for so monko. Meaning, by now, you've come across some of these videos, a mabuna will be one man, cocoa for us, a man, I'm doing cocoa for me, tongue, Sansa, Sikana made you or Galamsey, and as I made Toma, what more they beg Galamsey, no more do, a ten cocoa for so a minya. A bimoso eka, enra video back where by otusa a quiet, a fnifni pa, and na emrantie ne maiwa e guma, one more two and ye fini hina say, almo a ye Galamsey. It de be as all kana cat sunny pano, or be testo hona or mana hodeno, a manisicano so on quiet hono, na obeka so minor a yen from so. A coin ben ye befa soa, ye best pretty, ne say a yamanyo a yamanyo na se ye tini pa na ye be dele with them na anaso man ni omo bedi na foforo so wet ni de yesua de ko de bi ate na aka se obi wo so ho na nti wo kohwe onipa na wo so no wagya de wo ase no a e solution.
Approaching issue in a very holistic manner. Enura meti sa asem no omusi am opinion directly as soldier for many as soldier for be downfall. So me frère et puis me frère a soldier opinion bi me see boss on my opinion say moving when are you moving in was serious or see come on Adi, you and I know this is the good old politics. Nothing has really changed. Let me see, sir. Let's come, please. You know, Adi, name say a soldier for Omubet me out stopping Galamsey in 24 hours. Me see, yes, I know. But what is going on? Or see, there are commanders are almost fighting Galamsey. In the end, they are moving on. Almost fighting like they are very grounded, like or they have the state at heart. Or more defeating Galamsey. In the end, they are move on. How dare you? So let's work towards detaching our politics, and do the right thing. Because me sure say on my opinion, or person on Jai's legacy, and the fact that or see a soldier for any moving in means he's listened to the cries of the people, particularly organized labor. But I would suggest through security advisors, they have to approach it in a much more pragmatic way, so a very sustainable. Because onim, omubeko ene, omube pamo omu ochina omubeko biu. That is it. It is the merry-go-round.
I wanna come. Maybe Bano said the deployment of a soldier for Ecosa Galamsey site, enye new media can be boss so ye benya Galamsey na a soldier for ye benya operation Vanguard and also na soldier for dimu akotene. Ekwe etire kra no allegations e san ba ye no. And say omukọ site ye omukọ kase so mu gold no ejiji sika bi okra na soldier for na bi akasa. And na omo ebo ban e wo Galamsey site no. And to know how different and we no eba be ye. Is it the case that soldier for no you blame no so man kasan so no a failure mine no at a point ana?
No, me nya sure say a soldier for no a failure mine because omo dia omo ye omo ejuma with all this. I mean I did bia omo bosses be and omo commanders be catch omo enu na obe. So omo ko Galamsey site then a call comes from Pinyin, there's nothing they can do. So I just say. So if we give them the direct orders, Mun stop at all costs, no political interference. I know. Me, I believe in the armed forces. No, one of the most professional institutions in Ghana. In fact, the armed forces are one of the most respected globally, even at the United Nations level. In Rwanda, in Liberia, first commanding officer of ECO was Nnawotwe Yi, now a Ghanaian. Rwanda, deputy to Romeo Delay, UN mission, no, na Kuku Agido, ni Papa. And we know what they've done. Lebanon and so many other places. Congo, still. There were a soldier for Honolulu. And so a tiny little nonsensical idea to say Galamsey, Ghana's armed forces, almost to mean stopping. You don't know the kind of soldiers we have in Ghana. Come back to me. They just need the orders to go in and stop it once and for all. But orders can only happen with commitment. And I think political commitment, political will, very critical. Because as we have found here, I mean, on daily basis, they are on standby. Just give us the orders and we'll get the job done. But you give us the orders, then you call us again to say retreat. Maybe. Things don't work that way, So young accuracy issue,
Na metwasia se omoko site se de omampania deploy na ankoye so akodru obi ye course ni a cho se free site honom na ye gya ne nyina ko ne nyina de mom se omonye omadwuma to betwa sa na wotirem.
Absolutely.
How certain are you?
Omoko honom definitely. Obi Obi, and in the end, Ebe landed on the decks of a politically exposed person. Also, funny phone now, soldier, commander, your boys are there, please, it's my site. Then, big boss, super friend, the boys, commanding officer on the field. I'll see, hey, okay, where are you? You are here, okay, please, retreat. But if we learn to say, David, we are not going to listen to any politician. We are doing our work based on the orders of the commander-in-chief, the president, and this will stop. We know the solution. Rocket science. So it's not like a soldier want to get the or space, David. This is just a simple assignment that can be accomplished in less than 48 hours. But because of the lack of commitment in the team. So I in Ghana, law enforcement, you were laws, no, the Amran, we want to be do 2020. They sure say, yeah, you have law on how to even drink water. But the enforcement, I know the big issue. So if we do things with political expedience, DPR, politics, but look, the country can never move forward. Indiscipline is just too much. And I don't know why a lot of politicians almost have a sense of invincibility. Politicians here, I mean, nobody can do anything about it. So recently, now Madame Fobi, meaning the idea of no, see Ghana, the Uya Bonia, person will be actually with the cassette, a political body, and the will be to as funny as it sounded, it is a matter of fact. Okay, so because of politics and team, meaning with the average Joe persons, the better sells Musa. Why does it have to be so? The laws they say, a respecter of no man. Parliamentarians, or Musi, or Siren, of all the national crises are facing, issues of joblessness amongst young people, Galamsey, and with the idea, and how we are seeing that, and claim to be a serious country. You are turning parliament into kindergarten. of all issues you face in Ghana. I mean, I'm not suggesting say yes solve your issues they be, but there were urgent issues to be addressed. And how. And how the right of way our traffic. So proposes and your friend was saying, sir, MPs are on the table, sir, new motor traffic law. They should be ashamed of themselves. And we bomb say lose almost seats because they have they don't have the interest of constituents at heart. We are selfish people, unfortunately. And when I speak about some of these issues, we were Ghana. I get sometimes emotional. Ghana, we are blessed. We are blessed, though. And unfortunately, because of deficiencies, we affect here. And the saddest part of it is, according to pro-mediation, terrorist elements are likely to be engaged in illegal mining in Ghana. So Ghana bet me a source of big revenue for these terrorist elements.
Mate, Adib Mamina say near bre wanya ediamaye Adib Sani what's saying canon Galamsey enkomo na wadaroma said ya canon no to be na say and the swasa I said there's no hope edema on mine no ewo ekumbia say. Is there hope with the new strategy Pennyfordia Bomodema Postifonia Soja for hope when that's all of my.
Well, many shall say a new strategy. Unless say you impose a state of emergency in some areas, and also get the president to give a direct order to the appointees to stay away from interfering. So I tell and never strong. But we see a soldier for police. Galamsey the same approach,
yeah.
Vanguard the same approach. At the point now, Ubia per se all lobby to be part of that operation, because things the inside. Okay, so yes, sister approach, sister, it would be the good old strategy, and I would wish to appeal to my opinion, because we a very big legacy. The back kind with some of these things should show better commitment to dealing with the Galamsey menace, because you see, so at the point, yeah, very important. So see what they are doing to the environment. And the saddest thing is, look, I know many people are just this year alone. To say because of cancer. Very common these days. And Nora, not many me nephew or a doctor and I say, uncle, the number of cancer cases we are receiving these days is worrying. So recently, let me see, let's stop using the microwave, and yeah, microwave I know a subject of different, but sir is so high. Well, then you'll be for the bottled water.
Yeah, okay.
You see.
But
so,
I did ben so one some cry no PURC de kokobo abeto abonten say ahwe ye kra na de kokokoso ene se the Ghana water ebre na omatumi atreat nsuo de amai no omo betoto nsuo bu mu eno na bi kasa ne yesa de a area sa omo ye Galamsey no a emasa nsunsanso no ade na PURC emphasize increment no enko these areas na empushi omo no mo fight wo mo ho against Galamsey no ho na ebeye across Ghana.
Okay, me believe in collective punishment, because me sure say omunyina na omuye in favor of Galamsey.
Okay.
Much more surgically. Okay, yen targeting perpetrators rather than subjecting the whole population to punishment. Because for a lot of segments of the population, they are not in favor of what is happening, because almost affected first before Ubia. All right. Not recently, so Ghana went almost declare water bodies as security zones. Let me see, if our water bodies are not security zones, then we are not the serious country, because critical infrastructure, electricity grid, water bodies, the payroll, any idea, are all supposed to be security zones. Okay, so by default, a security zone. So if for any reason someone thinks that this is the time to declare the security zone, I'm shocked, I'm gobsmacked, because it's supposed to already be a security zone. So that you bet me have protection against this, selfishness, destroying our money. After foreigners, Chinese, Togolese, Burkinabes, Ivorians, because it's a free, this thing more, Ghana, their roots, they're very relaxed. Over with me at last year or so, now as for the arrested plate, but 100 or even more than that are engaging in illegal mining. Foreigners. We took them to the immigration. Immigration, obviously, we're not part of that operation. What is going on? How do you know they are foreigners? And interagency assembly. I don't know what has become of it.
Mate. Okay. Adi, mama na say ni ebra wanya ede amame anopai.
Me da say.
Adi Sunny security analyst na watene kano Galamsey ho kombo akwaku a ababonten akasetia call on government so take action no wamodoso pa bese me bobo di ni nyina ebre ebebo yen wamasem ni nyina ba ko pe Galamsey ko no no mo hwese mampani ensemu kena na etuntwa sanse ne 40% of nsu a Ghana water wo so mo treaty no mo etumi ede ye dwumade a na 60% more than half enye papa o mine kwaya na so baye state of emergency eye critical ye wo so mampani declare anase eye one of those things wo so mine no ebunani eguso na yewra erikoche eye NPP national communication team member obeka mensa ye hwese eye yenua bema no fi NDC fam no ebeba na yato aso na wabai de mema na kwaba na afi mabisa no sanse Galamsey ko no bebre no ade omo kan se ono ne ni MPP omo feli Ghana for oche mache
ye romi nuaba
eti saying
nyame adaroma ye ho ye pa na so
oh adom ni nti be ho ye de ekoso no Ghana for se ma feli eba no Galamsey ko mo de community man ni ade nyina ba se be ya mo be Galamsey na free ho still ensuo essay ensase say mo jitum so ma feli.
Well, mama fa konya ina menchia obi biasa me ode na fidi ato Adom TV ya mo ehwe mo na omo mo so tie mo so free. Yeah, na machia the leader of the party, His Excellency Dr. Haji Mahmoud Bawumia, with his swift committee our power with regards to fighting Galamsey be obi an chiam komano. Na me nua ba ko enne okatani nya penyini echi kra the engineer Eric Nyame Befi ya atoye nchembi tuo no ya the age of he was born in 1986 so here ya the age of said 34 35 years and I say I had there asif we ho me free ho kra na me bene na omokata ni nua na echi kra the America say me busuafo nyina yakọ me momo so ehye yes Galamsey issue the biana me yusu bebia me free eye emfato
na me pay a straightforward the question is say dodo na susu say NPP aban afeli on mine no e ba no Galamsey kono a mujitum se ma feli at this point.
Oh well obia wo ne kwan a ofaso emeki a judgment on every situation obefaso obeye. Yes. Na answer na obi beje bibi atum say wa feli ana wo say wa pass no. There are a lot of circumstances na nyoma bibra you put in place e ma hunu say ade a wo ye no wa feli. Yeah, we share Galamsey issue. The bia no ya na meka say na analysis can be say ade ba ko a high on money politicization. Say ade na enye no obi aye bibi enye no the moment ya the politics e be remu no na the subject matter now, the 8 purpose has been what defeated. Galamsey I am fighting. There are so many key stakeholders. Yeah, omu involved. And what is Galamsey fight? Yedi kind chiefs they play a very critical role. This fight. MDCs or MMDs in CAs in the regional ministers and then the security. Now, with recent chair, that is about 2 months ago. 3 months, no, last year more. Me yere papa wui na ye course hwe area ba mu fre ho entom. Na do na hwe mabunu mu ne even if phone bi kura na say involved with that. Do na me say omunsu a omo no. E hona just some few meters. E na omo de ye Galamsey. Enti me na me busa akromu wo so ohene ne we na me call. Am say na aha ye kura se. Mon free okra mra krumu kra meme to cause me hwe nsu e wa ha ya omo ba city no ma be to nsu no mo dia ba ekra na se ho no enti wo say wo nsu no edi pado no say ne betimi anya sika koto bia sache water no bi kra ere anom cause no anom no no na ukọ some of the river bodies no a man ne nkra ne bibre nso so ekosa nsu no bi di befi the other side omo so ye Galamsey enti wo nemu say if ya Saudi amuyen mo na mo say mo say mo death warrant afi me do mo fan titie mu no ni yayi nyina no for mu bebe hu ni say ade no mo ye no even though mu piska kokon susu na atwa mo ho ahia yi mu twagu ena mo de ye Galamsey munnim se mo na mo say mo sign mo death warrant it will quickly na mkope MC or krumu I just say this is what is going on and ocean someone MC you know edi tuja emo kache ya minyaba asefem and quickly omo ye formalize say community mining say there and we had a community mining na omo actor e wo honom say so ube so to mine now. It should be 100 meters or 200 meters away from river body. Said you obey mining now. Say issue because we are the biggest mining communities here. Omo mining. But and Tomu dia okay into hine say the oman kasa omo ye no onim se be sensu. Na also onim. That is it. Sir. Because so now wo ye no. O mining no sense so now so me said be fi mu de be ye adwane bi dware eno mo ne yi the omo no mo they depend from outside it be catch say the one who say sense we say no e ko do stage bi na e ko kan ba bia wo ko krenso no na outside no ade ba mo bro wani bi otifie ya ontimi nye sika kwa nkoto sachi water no how do you expect afo betre na ayo hene nenso so no ukroma no yari abumu na unye ni pampu na adu mabu omai no and with this exercise na ye no enem no ka say omai community miner omunso na say last year ni nyina ya ide ni nyina so etie aba eti with the mining a year Galamsey ekoso no it's a collective bargaining yeah these various key stakeholders no they are also directly involved it is a koba say ye de koye politicization ya de emwa ye nyina ase omai mia me hwe me ko krobia Brazil omo ya Galamsey ni omo ya mine no hopa na o hwe the way omo structure any system a omo fa e de ye Galamsey aminu aba fe kra keke and omo make it the mining say a state institution and as a state property a generative revenue and as a GDP dema or mine. Yeah, okay. There is nowhere we use Galamsey as a politics. Obi de be kwa jina baby. Say mo do mo ba me ba mo ye Galamsey na ya chimo gum na ba me ma amnesty. Me you mo free prison. That's all. Because the moment you say that we inside the people. Say free baby na be do baby asaba kind. Oh yes. That's because na ahwoho ene Ghana fo na eye wuti ahwoho na wosiko krum na ti Ghana ni dia so de ne koto afiase are you being fair yi na here say na e koso here say na Aisha because oko eyi a kohwe China fo mu nyina egu Me, I don't want even to go there. But I'm bringing in that word politicization. Because security analyst, making that point, I was very, very touched on that. Because I have traveled per US or Makohoda, Brazil, that place I've even been there. Even Newmont, my core site will be Galamsey. But I say, mine and purely a professional. But because of what? Politics. Yeah, per 2 minutes, me who say it's a mining probe. Now, currently, statistically, direct involved in mining is around over 1 million. And we find the Ghana statistics per, I can't say, dependency rate. Say, nipa ba could be 1 million direct job. We equate, by 4 people who are taking the 4 people. It tells you that within that mining community in the ground, we have over 5 million people. Politicians,
okay.
Because of our own selfish interest. Obit me kokachi say, Mona yatiti mu agumu no say me ba me yimu nyina. Na wasa ba beto amunuma so amoye. I mean, if you do that, you are destroying the state. And the same person, I don't know one kokone. Okwe tifi ko hunu so na no aba na fo, no abebusa say why na ehunu so. We are not doing ourselves good. And to say a person you two Galamsey asia. First of all, the politicians, we the politicians, we should just have the state mind first. Because of maybe politics, a person to my minty. And that utterances. And you all know. That word that a free politician hoba say me ba me de meyimu nyina no masa mo akwakotoa mo Galamsey no so
wa say okay we say wa kan wa ben why in general say all politicians
that's it
now we say single out me one asem na o kan ye no aisha one dey ba ye yenya yewra osafomanfo be tire de enti amoma ne ko ne krom
na say nyo no
kwa e tire ko samba be to aso be ye Galamsey
enyo no nkwa na ye
it is Chinese for no na dey fidie ne ba ne Ghana for na eye na mo chom na wo Chinese ni say Ghana ne dey ono mo a no we can be are you being fair to the Ghanaian now no Chinese Ghana ni security machines Chinese ne kita ni sika no de machines fi ni krom aba no ne Ghana ni ye de oni machines ni ba no wo ja na so onko di krom na wo de no to no Chinese ni ye jwa so me de na to
no ne ade a yen Ghana for yen timi me na I was speaking like you said you're okay until say me am ko witness say
de na hu ye
the field no you see ye wo sa community in mine American aban ba we bie community mine na okohe the way they mine keke it's quite different from omo river bodies na omo ye mining no o share bigger you can say mining companies that said you can say omo machines no some of omo mining omo say you can say there are river bodies and I said the natural resource no omo say and as omo pollute the environment it is a koba say ya che China na ibi yeah, no, okuta or ye mining in a proper way. On say ensure any the natural environment na now the court now here because Nipano he is doing the right mining.
Responsible mining.
Your Chinese for baby fiase. So now we in-depth analysis on data. We say Chinese for baby fiase. But just say, akwebes was say unko court, unko fiase, enti wunni enipa ahodo bia omguere fiase. Otogu for Burkina for Chinese for na Ghana for susu ho no. Omo fa ekwan papa so nyedai. Enye mining. Especially while we unia muamo sister station. Okatechie Frifa. Omo recent videos yo omko Chinese for me say omo do mo ye. What they read share purely per the video you they are doing illegal mining. And to some of who say no, yan kasi at home, ye jaw mo mumay
Mamena so change.
Yan some of them are losing. Yan politicians, both NPP and DC. We shouldn't use Galamsey as politics because of say upe to me bintino. Me kwama kwa kujina kwa say modi amontumame me ba. And yes, they did. They voted for Tomama. They voted for him in 2016. The mining area, because of what his utterances, And to see a person to the Galamsey any mining a we should be what deprived from our selfish own interest. The same people work in Sweet TV, work on no. No bana for ababibusa say one ehunu so
enra ya wo hwe the Ghanaian publisher da bokrata ni mu a mampani dada mahama ka say oba obeko tia Galamsey obi a oye Galamsey a o say sase a enye responsible mining no emra ene bedi afendi wa be koti de atwemu a
because of what you see empanifo say asemu si na
mate
na se omo ye yi a emusa se edie ne ko bisa se na no de ne si ye.
Because 2016 no so bo ama NDC lusu Galamsey say
NDC won massively.
2016 2020 asem. Because in 2016 NDC lusu ye no sabre no ma chase e fight Galamsey.
Exactly. Yes. Better report, yeah.
Yes. Omampani ko this size ko kaso no ma metwa Galamsey mo ba be dey sise ni ade e ma in 2016 mo gani ye 2020.
But we didn't use it to do a
But 2020 you lost in those years. So why you blaming the NDC?
We lost in the mining area because of the utterances of the big wins in the NDC.
Mate, in 2017, Matoche, me person won it. 2017, Omampani assure Ghanaians. That's why in the presidency to line also for Galamsey fight.
Yes.
As we speak, need the commentaries and some about just totally no. Omampani affiliate the fight.
Oh yes, that is what. That is basis for me saying. So, Juma, that is why I use the various stakeholders as an aptitude. The chiefs, the MMDCs, the regional ministers, the securities, and even the
at the end of the day,
for me, as NPP and Ghana, not even an MPP, I will not say, Omampanyini, Afri Ghana for because
Malik Adama NDC communication team member Malik Martin akwaba
boko na o se
nyame adome ho ye
ye da nyame ase
ye so abeto nkobo no 2 minutes bi na fe mi twa me homra
okay me da ase bebre da dey ka menchia Omampanyini dada and the good professor, that's our running mate menchia wankasa na menchia me call your ha menchia obo mo hwe so na metie about Galamsey unim their former president Kaya no na ye no kwan so no da me ti asem na kan me sorry ye salute you dinti na me ka correct no still no kan dinti ye hu Chinese food bi bebre including even Aisha Wan ye omo ena omo lead omo ye bibia na aban a deport you omo just because aban see on person be say your relationship na Ghana for laborers I know no lead you. Sa district no. Laborers or money nam okoye by day enye 100, 150, 200 no. Na wachi omo rather ako go prisons or omo rot. Meanwhile omo demo. Na major people that omo ye omo promote Galamsey no. So abai unim omo. Na we job omo no omo nko. That's a bad leader. Ain't a good leader. Ebe you omo. Because no, they are just laborers area. And who, as a leader, no, unim omo are into this Galamsey. Unim omo, and ujomo, and Omampanyini, and independent or say responsible mind. Oh, you omo that statement, no, omo trying to have. Or so be more amnesty, which is legitimate. And go ahead, say, omo there is Takwa School of Mining. In the Technical School of Mining, you better regulate mining. No? The mining will have a body. To say send a cocoa board, a body, no. So that the body will be regulating the mining, a small scale mining. No?
Meba, I'm a what was pepe. Or Malik Adama and Outene Karana, no crumble. My Yoko Game Park Limited, Mudimula and Komo Eba. Na mamena say so guswa ekame ho haye Adom TV na Asempa 94.7 na wachi dwumadie en yede ebre no komo a yasase edi no eye Galamsey ekono ne saban no adi ganafo nyina hwamo wa felien anasa adwuma na wo ma yabedu sampempeso yi wo mo se abasobo na penyifo a wo me hayi eye yewura oche MPP National Communication Team member na Malik Adama ono ewo NDC communication team ni mu edian mejeso ene abena pokoa wene mamema wakwa ba na fe yento aso ye kona Malik na kasa onwie na fe yen wrap up on Galamsey na yen kohwe free senior high school ene technical vocational ni nyina no 7 years ni impact no etesen Adama on Galamsey no.
Yes.
Nnawokasa.
Nti na me make some of the statements that MPP did to abonte, which na all correct and still na all. But only His Excellency former president. Na okasa no one can say o confederate eko kasa say who read these statements no kind no. Or say omo amnesty ni via every district no obema professional district of Galamsey professional be abewo ho. Obe training small scale miners no. In the manner omo small scale mining ni via you bet my reclaiming assassin pure. Until we read, you won't say, until the NDC has a plan for this. But let's go back. Galamsey, a banner saying, and an escalate. You see, and your politics. But me say, and your politics. I don't make us a politics. Me know I here. You need to me. I best topic Galamsey. Na Chrome minerals, no, a year deal, by a share on my penny, artist, no, a share answer. Na nkrofuna omo ye on my opinion pe e wo tumi obetima den I stop you me no ye ni sa tumi no tumunti e na asantehini etimi ne chief miansa otimi pam omo fi akonya so because won so omo ye tumunti e na ohini bi wo Eastern region otimi ko seize Galamsey na wo president den e na wo ye na report ayenye eyi ne office hofo e na elidi Galamsey so wo hwe from Boatin 37 pages or the bar about Galamsey. Unim ye hu wom. Yedi odi ne buy information about findings buy no. Omo di see because indictee omo panyimfo bebre. Let her part out. Ono mention names bebre ewo omo Flagstaff House. Say omo enye in charge of the Galamsey. Na president utisa no ka so utwe omo aso. Because the other report no buy no ono ena odini tu no. One true maso into be who say it's easy to move ahead. Just a month ago, yet a parliamentary candidate of the MPP, it is or double as the MCE, or they are starting to be corrected. Our meeting any Galamsey members, regional minister, Western regional minister, Etihobi, and all can say, Omunya Galamsey, Nasa soldier niba, no best stop you. Mempenny. Or ya crowd wanted to make one no kwa frey, ya beba support. Regional minister Tiho. Just a month ago, regional minister Tiho, Abai, the most irresponsible personality in Ghana is President Akufo-Addo. The best you could have done is to withdraw that candidate in immediately. 1, 2, minister no, I was like a unifiho. Because Otiho, and a yambu soldier for yambu security for. That video is viral, I can share it now. Yambu video for. One send it no. Enti uyesi ya ebe den ena omo ye no ombejai. Basanka upam ono regional minister upam who withdraws our candidate na ebe send some signal. Ama omo ye and omo take say hey sisi ade ulman wa ye wild but you allow this to go.
But Malek it is a Professor Frimpong a reporter now make reference to no the same report on so e can say Enam Galamsey kuna na omampani Akufo-Addo weko in 2020 no. Emma omu lusu seat pa wo Galamsey areas. The video sa mo amukwa kubwa hen. Enam Galamsey site encourage so mo nkoso no mo to aba mama hama wo ba obe mo kwan no ma yo madwuma. These videos ni nyina no ka ho. Enema omu lusi wo do serious. Report ne ka ho asem. What do you say to that? What on the mukwa kubwa hen?
Let me come in. Me dey say kubwa hen ka say obe mo ato o madwuma. Ananya sa. John Mama can say His Excellency. Or say Oba, then obey every district, you know, Obama supervisor from University of that's the Takwa University of Mines, professional beba. Now Wabe supervising the act of small scale mining. So when somebody tells, remember what to wage maso, lead an ankasa catch us and may regularize ejuma na oye
ba se sa na kwakuno so kan no eboa na eboa leader no na wotumi aba
and beside that no Kweku Buahin is not the president only to me bia obetimi kwa stop Galamsey. Does he have the power bia invested in him? The president is powerful than Kweku Buahin.
But Kweku Buahin
the president is powerful than Kweku Buahin. Am I right there?
But maybe Sase Kwaku Buahi or Yahwani.
Kwaku Buahi.
Aye.
NDC member, isn't it? NDC member.
And at the time, not just an NDC member.
It's a deputy communication.
Exactly.
Good. But Okoye one can say illegal mining for member Matwa illegal mining. He did use the word illegal. But what I'm trying to say here is that Uti statement it has nothing about the government failure. Because the government can even go ahead to sanction Kwekuba if you so wish. Because anything, it doesn't mean say your people should be the leader. Only, let's look at what happened in 2017. Every single person in this country supported the president because you say it was in the right direction. But moving forward, no, Ubi are stopping and a woman will crawl behind the scene and a Omoye Galamsey. Who will crawl behind the scene? Almost easy excavators at the Kotu Adenta. Asarbotre Road. Excavators no bebre. They found themselves back in the Galamsey sites. To me bang and the call. That is the question we are asking. And the recent what happened last month? Say president, a leader, and that's we mean so. But just look at what happened last month. Is it fair? Last month, who you see Kwekuba? Kwekuba to me and stop Galamsey. We are quiet in the politics, but the leader is there. Gabi Ochredako has been cited, say he is defending Galamsey mayors. No, for Gabi cited. Operation director, the names are maybe them. Operation director at the Jubilee House, Asite. Head of communication at the Jubilee House, Asite said they are behind the Galamsey. Can you compare these people to Buahi? Who is Buahi? It's just a drop in the ocean. Can you compare them?
Buahi argument the bad matter of comparing. So we can say Galamsey are politics no. It's not you feel about say politics are one-sided. No. Politics.
What I'm trying to say, it takes a political will to stop Galamsey. We can never stop it today.
But in 2061 and a president.
2016. It's excellency.
Into that political will now win and I want to be a stop here now.
Thank you. When him say it was minimized. No, let's be honest. Just Google and find out.
Me too.
From 2014 to 2016, no. Now it was minimized. That is where Ayaraga Baya, the head, Ebeka said, it's a difficult task. Until of full say, we should think of how to regularize the medium-scale mining. That is the beginning. We should think of, you find it, how to regularize the small-scale mining. That was the 20s or the buy. Into Uwabana, because it was a year process. So we got to some place. Uwaban continue. But when we say, continue, no, Obia supported within a shorter time, no. Now we were yielding resource. Until say, Oman and Crawford no bar behind back door. And other people can say, say ye na jai. No wama, Crawford mum, ye excavators we seasonal. After Udi Mount Crawford, Omudi come back to site. Emma the Jubilee House. And a promoted Sardina. Then we will all go back to do. Until we go back to do, now you cannot defend, you can't stop it. To the extent, say, DCEs are involved in Galamsey. To the extent, say, even the ministers are involved in Galamsey. This is where we are coming from. But, say, Obia Eka say, take Yenina say, with a due respect, is a wrong approach. There is a leader. Our leader, no, or no, any of the 2 million then, Ashanesa. But our leader, no, or no one cross nekoye. Mommy, how do you see if just last month, the reckless statement made by the parliamentary candidate of the MPP, whilst the regional minister was seated, I say he doubles at the MCE, say Aban, withdraw the candidature, withdraw the regional minister. Do you know the signal I could have sent to the nation?
Mate.
But as we are speaking to you now, the president is mute. Why you because party in Enyaska. Are you aware someone penny? Are you aware someone penny deploy security in the military? Someone call Galamsey sites. Oh yeah, wait. For what? Maybe you just deploy them. Go. It's a matter of just deploying it. No, it's a Omati committee. No, you see, but what is the right approach? You see, action. Action is louder than words. And action, even our taking. Let me tell you, actions. When there were clear evidence, Anas Aremia Anas, actually Charles Bisu, or the bribe from Galamsey, you should have sacked him. I best send this signal back. Investigation, Uncle. Which investigation? Where?
na woni ha na CID department omo ye munhwehwe mu
yenya this room yenya mametiwa on video A+.
Mate
o ka kire ne say man continue na Nkrofono ko check in is true.
Mama na say so ka say the right approach. You say be the right approach.
That's what I'm telling you say. When it occurred, action is louder than words.
Me da say mama ko ahoma so the blame no on say issue no e ko CID e di ache ye ho hwehwemu ko wi no mo the extensive reports on their investigation no eba abonten pacho Isaac K no menyo ya mane boni na ba no community mining ya omampani Akufo-Addo I introduce ya wo hye se no ebeboa na dodo na wo Galamsey mu no omaje no mabeye responsible mining from agudie no onka so osi omkwan omuntu no kwan paso ya ense ya sase ense nsu no menyo matching
menyaba menyaba
mayenti community mining wo kire se bibi wo ma obeka fa ho
menyaba said na openi no eka se community mining dwumadie no eye adwuma eso ani anase ensensuo ensen sase na Galamsey ene ho nkonyaba no ene ensensuo no ene pese kiremu kakra de tieni ade a afesan ewo Galamsey nsensem no ho eye edin na ya no community mining na ekwa mo fa so ye Galamsey na pepe ena ekoso the escapade and the two sassy say issue essay forest reserve essay and sassy no. And now community mining also a dinner any idea Uba yen pattern has here. A Miami be almost a normal print banner near the minister, any president, no one pictures and also yes a higher community mining.
I have found now I have found some now okay.
Making a master central a deal Oba Adanse North ebi wo ho oko Adanse Asokwa ebi wo ho and only na baby bebre ewo empatemu ane de dunkone area sini nyina iti akso sa ha eye de billboard abebo say community mining site iti wo adwene mu no oba dwen say bia ye nokre sa ban na mo hutumi say omonye community mining so na nya nokre na Galamsey na no mo de ye den eye ewo famina ba ye twi adwene mra di kitu e so ha. First, no, not Galamsey, if it be rock mining. Rock mining, no, it be certain, but looking at the cost of what's a par. And no, I'm to a man, he said a bulla. No more bra, as I said, nothing. No makui, mobile, good, no, and that's a bobano. No, mother, young, no more good, no, the free. And no, then says, I say, and say, is you. Nothing see at the end of the day, and no, I done it, Galamsey omo ye omo to this community miner difference because obi a betimi aka na say ye need deputy minister for we call quite ahinfie ni forestry for penny for ne call and na omo dey to jam what say Ghana hanyina areas a omo ama community mining licenses mako 7 original licenses me mako 70 baby bia community mining cost will be an enyim come aban nim ho hwe na 7 areas no a video nyina ho se see and on betimi dia kire say e ho pe and wo mo sa community mining dia kan nyina de wa aban fa ne science atem obi etumi so nkonko ye community mining e wo ho nemu omo ise na nka omo de to akwan mu sanka omo fa nye community mining no asesa
no manyo Isaac mamenti ase Unsa wontem no so bitumi story na wafa bana na ode mampani na bedi echeni panyifo bi mfoni aboso na ode akwose baabi wo se eye community mining enti se wo a wohwehwe mu no se ye omo eye Galamsey no omo de bana abo hodom no obi akoho ama matumi approve se ye nkratani a echese ye community mining unyini se bi mu na eheda efa sa kwan no so a ese community mining so omo de eye Galamsey e wo bra enye de aban no anasa ministry ama ne tumi so ye mining ya community mining ya ka ho asem yi.
Yes, many other Sifia MFDC is for Nabi. It's me fa Minerals Commission for letterhead. No one can print it as bulletin. No one scan signature. Fake ones. No one dia yentu una na bi wo kuro bi mu anakwa banya some people bi jaba be kyerɛw. Say yenya community mining licenses free Minerals Commission ni aban mu say yemra community mining nipa na ba this year Africa kire wo say oh yampa omo de krata ba kire me ye no kre o hene anase nipa wo krum wo no tumi be na obeka kire omo say dabi o say aban na ma directive na so na ye tro asoma be ken the ministers no bia say omo pa omo fo omo nansi fom no omo mehwe say asoma me ken ye tro na say ye tro and say be 1 month ago ebisi wo village sei ba ko wadansi asokwa district ye free kuro fun so ketwa 3 communities omo tirete na ba ko fro omo do omo ba fom na ahemfie e de ka kire wo omo say e de nkata kire wo omo say aban mu mpenifo am omo kwan so omo na meye omo be say omo asase kokofo ija omo je concession e ba be ye djuma ahemfo no jiriginai e ka say omo mpene e mo me ya na kata na omo de aba no omo hu be bi cropot ya ifri e be sinedma no ma hodo nti sa 3 communities no fun so ketwa krobo na bako ka ho sa 3 communities no ahemfo ne do mo na afi fom redma nya ma so
mate
no manya fake ni bi na ko na bi na ka kredi ni se se ade bako e sa re ko pa wo bo aso dun kwa kwa yi so wo fi kro ba ke fro nhia ye so e de ko eye anwona e de sa so mpatemu akaka kredi na de asi wo konongo ni ka kwa na ba ya bo ka ye no akaki tuwa bi ni adwiri kwa nagu sanso ro fu obo ase e kwa he kwanta afọ ko kwanta ho a ekuro ba ko fro se himban e kon so sa bonkum nifa akaka ensio top ka kwa na ban abo ka asfalt me nyina ebe sei nese won pinifo ha wo mu twem wo de dia o ko so pera ko fa sema ba itimi ba yan san ko back community mining licenses de dia en pinifo mo mani ko fom wo pa na ya fake licenses and na DC for the MC for ni bi no mo party for bi e seda ye bi e de kire nkofo wo nkuro kitwa no mu se ya mo licenses a mo de dwiri kokofu ni nyama no nyina e se no kwa
mame na se Isaac no menyo eye ya mane boni a wo bo asempotem ho mame ko oti ho community man ya sema ye kan ye bisa asem de akatakata galamsey so what de wo kan ebi mu de banners kobo na mo ye anya na ye community man so de galamsey na wo ye obi wo kra fixed ye license certificate na wa print according to him no MCs ni ade nyina esisechire nti mo a say de oka so mampani dada ye no anoma kokoni kono kwa TV ko hunsu no abegina nafo no nye bi na mo ye
ebi no me de pa wo say wo hwe me kasem a me be kana me say it's a collective bargaining various stakeholders and also coming together before say bit me ide ISRD
but you can community mining
yes
community mining MPP no na dia ba mo na masafa mo edi sadwuman
uzo utie ne kasem a wo kana see obi mo printing nipa bonifo obi mo printing fake
certificate and MCs ni be nya de na
and me mention some ye say chiefs
MC is part of the government Mr. will fight it MC to make why side we are
good and yes and ushe san yo here there are so many bi on ma out MCs are omoye involve abano bi apamu mu
and to my
ye bebre kwa
but na MC Ben na ye gonna say wo mampani akufo abeso because I'm yet to say much to say
I will get it
yeah prosecute MC be on mampani
because even with the clear conscience say obi kwaye galamsey na what they are buying for ni edia abattle tells you the very I mean criminal because it there is no books in this country even in our law a state say oh kwa mine na fa ababi mfo nyini bi ede e fa coffee farm baby akwa ye no e basana you defeat the purpose and these various stakeholders and other institutions omo involved with the fighting against this galamsey no e was so omo nyina no come on the running table and me there where's a fight galamsey here minister quickly now he assembled all the mining community areas
e be go see saying
now she see aban deploy the security measures or more there
and first time aban deployment galamsey population and dey keka ecosystem
yes we share the we and nyama esi call name nyoma we collectively here enyoma ebe dane na me dem anu esi na me can be say omo breso no na nyeme na to say na o share graphic online in 2015 one Dr. Joseph Ampofu the director for the Water Research Institute of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research Yeah, Osteti said, also in his team, however, are not wrong. The calamity Ghanaians are about to visit upon ourselves is the consequences of our inability over the years to curb the pollution and citation of our water bodies. Nonetheless, here Dr. Ampofo, he's the director, he said, the next crisis to hit this nation after Doomsday is water crisis. And was I say, River Pra, as a case study.
River Pra, yes,
yes, not to justify so better or Kase, Omono Diana, but in 2015, reporter, a free kind of say Water for Scientific Research Institute, CSRs, Omo de Ebai. It is your banner, say a tree and way from a byway na baba. It's a collective way. And I made the so we use you can't say Kwakubuahin as an example.
Mate,
Kwakubuahin,
my uncle in Pacho Galamsey, no,
what you say?
There be Braka, no, yeah, they can't free senior high school. Wadaroma, also by a mama, Wakasapa. To them, do Brenema, one hour year film, Hannah, ye see ho. Now, yes, and fear 2017. And a free senior high school, no kwa, who say, vocational and technical, no, and also Eka Hone Baye. 2023 at last year, na enkwada, and yamu emphasis no, ebru 2.5 million. As at last year, Nesika or minor, a diabo, a free senior high school, and Hokano, a 8.4 billion CD. Na ye share ni impact no, a ye dien, is Susan Sobain, and a diabro minor, a banner and Musia, and ye mano. Enim dia wo mo eje eno na ye ba abehwe eho enkobo no na we dey nka me hyase fi ochi ho no because of free senior high school ni impact no na wa yi ano ntinya san so a me ba ho na do de na ka ti no chi wa ho free senior high school na mo de ba ye no
I'm fine.
No problem. Okay, yeah, I'm going.
Anyway, before
which impact na positive and I negative.
Yes, I would like to use my 1 minute to talk about it.
2 or 3 5 minutes.
I'm fine. Galamsey, Obi Omeka say collective, you are leader. Responsibility no the leader na so. Me no ujina ha yent me fight. Resources ni ya ma leader. And there ya admit is here. Say the leader president the appointees, you see DCs. Who appointed the DCs? A president appointed DCs. And the DCs is ni Galamsey is the president. So because the president own me who DC or reported to minister. Minister reported to DC. Into so munina ada and so munina
minister reported to president.
Sorry, minister reported to president. Say omunina ada na Galamsey court and now munina involved in Galamsey. It means the presidency is in Galamsey. Dear na all year, some crofuna yedi common is not necessary, but it should sanction those doing it. This is no muyano. On pamomo, nkrofu be won say, "Hey, president ni abre."
Okay.
Sa regional minister how much you meet to say I'm busoja for propaganda. On Pamo, but it's just waste of our resources and then our money. It's just a waste of it.
Let's get to free senior high school impact. Are positive and negative?
Yes, it has its positive side and then it has its negative side. Yes, the positive side in the year enrollment are increasing. You can take it away. That is it. But quality are compromising, which you can take it away. And there. Nkwara BC students, when you aggregate 30 plus, you still get to school. Yanka some of 30 plus shouldn't go to school. But so we went now we call it Nkwara, Oma bend candle in the night. Atimi anya almost single degrees, the 12s up to 18, 20 no munye school. Now we wada because ababama wako obi anko. No one you're 32, 35, 28, now you still go to school. Now the quality is being compromised. That is why in 2014-15, now your current running mate, the good professor, or the remedials bar JSS, so that one performing, attribute, so that we will not compromise quality. Today, me no say, a crabia relax, go himself on your 30 crowd, there will be school for him or her to go. But before, a crabia best this just because himself, if you only aggregate 12 keke, you suffer, your parents suffer. And son of one year school for alcohol. And see, that quality has been compromised. And the IMF, somewhere 2018 and 19, was Ghana will produce low quality human resource in after 6 years to come. because of how we implement our education system at the tertiary level, which the education minister was there, the deputy too was there, and this statement was made. And to my first say, the fact that enrollment are increasing, we should look at the quality, which is very important. Because however the case is, there will be some people they wouldn't like to go one. They won't they won't perform. And you know, my first say we build the quality now is better than the quantity. But
at the end quality no.
The quality no, we should look at how you far on to the senior secondary, from the basic to the senior secondary. We should look at it because from the basic, you know, some of the grades now more they know 10 years ago, Obanya grade no crowd ferry. So
but those years are you can no. Maybe most of no and make respect. But so because
hold on, 10 years ago, Obanya 20, o call it so ferry so beka.
And I make say even with that to class now some kwani no munye school ko.
They suffer. And some of them a cafe and then a remedials buy so that those who get those kind of results no, they can better it. What is because who may and I won't mean shipu but overnight. No share this no near good grade. Now obejanaba of school but what to book at all. No akoda. No one yet 30. No I can say go to school.
But Adam, I wouldn't say will be so to make school is at 30 grade now no.
Yes.
Echo perform better than will be we to set 10. A senior high. We are say it happens.
It can happen. But
and you say it can. It happens.
It can happen. Or even let me take your word.
It happens.
Hold on, let me take your word and do correction here. It happens. But Tama Udi Agrono, I will say you're correct. Tama Udi Agrono, you should come back and write again and get a good grade. What am I saying? That is where we are coming from.
No, so
doesn't mean Yenjo will be at will be uncle. No, Agrona Udino, you pay for the agrono. Anything in SS or universities, when you fail, you have to rewrite. You will perform. People rewrite and get A's. People rewrite in Krofu, and your D. Masters, when you get D, it's a fail, unless degree. Unya D, but or betro and your A. And the anchor, the lecture anchor say, oh, it be out of A, but I should let you go. The answer is no. That's why
they say quality.
The quality has been compromised, but after the enrollment has increased. That is where some of us are looking at it.
Okay.
Now, we are looking at some of the challenges which challenges, as IMF, is part of our conditionality. Said they should review it. It's a condition a womb. That should be wrong. Some of the challenges are once I begin to know your shift system. Your shift is almost a track, or because it's still no, the shift system is not completely cancelled. And now Ubeko school 3 weeks, or better 3 weeks, 1 month. I don't know. I can't. All the reasons are IMF a share.
Okay.
Eddie Omo communicate, but I say in 6 years from now, we will produce a low quality human resource. I think we should be looking at that. So let's blind the quantity with the quality. We shouldn't look at only the quantity and get away with the quality. I think it has been
my Ghana Association shame the ye e wo kuma so mampani kan ho se de wo kan se be wo se quality no any ho nti so your parent now she na se quality no meet standard their private schools are operate senior high schools no fa obana ko ho no to no ni adwen.
That is irresponsible statement by the president.
But so say quality so per quality ana.
No, so the president who I was say who ensure quality. And you know, Ubeka, forgive my irresponsible statement.
Irresponsible.
Yeah, it is. Highly irresponsible.
Is it not the case as a Ghana form pedocre?
It is his responsibility. So we make sure that our education system is quality. And the responsibility, it's not an optional.
Marty.
What I say? To make that statement, it's irresponsible.
But on first, let's say correct me. Say there is nowhere in this country I cancel remedials. There is nowhere.
I never said you cancel remedials.
No, so we say
when you can rewrite it.
But no remedials. Now when you 30, you ultimately control. Now we meet here, but we got to say no. Remedials has not been cancelled.
Yes, but the reason why it's not good.
Yes, what you said.
Hold on, let me correct you because you miss.
Oh, me time.
Me patcho wada. Yeni bre.
To remedials has not been cancelled.
Obinya 30,
me step sister or your science. onya AAA but English no eno onya B no because okoye medicine e wo tech we nya inti ye mane etna na nemu ayi osare right here medias e be no nya e say wo ye medicine e wo tech inti no to stand to be correct.
No remedial no anya BC remedial na oka.
BC remedial na me.
BC remedial na oka.
Yeah, BC remedial etimi ye.
Of course, but who said the example wo may no e senior high.
But me remedial so sir.
It depend if you depend na 30 square dia man krompo no enye no ne choice na opeso ya obetumi asa kwotro.
So you vindicate the remedial I'm talking about.
No, remedial is there. But you were saying we are telling
Adam
so remedial said you see miniaba da bia na me yusu me as a case study ye asebi na ye busua na ye ni bi no I quite remember say me we a BEC na metwapa na sika me de be ko na minya bi ti mo na me namfofo frɛ me oh Eric tia ma so din bo ho no mo business school in fact o mo kan ba na atoso 3 no mo frɛ me no mo ni yi one day na me father frɛ me so be ma fati mu se uti na dibu na so no hunemu no enye na me name Adamfo Yi akasa no mo kwa Church of Christ me na akasa do asafo round about one man omo was no was electric weather ni bi omo so ne ti me na akasa ntino dia ye ne de o ka chem Friday ti ya den Monday we kwa start adwuma in fact me aba now we say dear woman is say I want to be an economist in future na Samri ma divert e dey fast I wanna nyese enye adwuma papa because you to be what the calling in this life yes na ye dey me fa no from Friday to that Monday no me sun sa me ni di ena me ye ni dey ko do ba wiaso no niska ena me namfo yi so no asafo ho no so no mo fa de ko yi ye kan say amas intre bo say anopa no 8 na nani makwakwa wua ye frɛ ba bi awiade choba no makwakwa se o se de students be ba betwam because one way a onkrofo bi ko hu a enguase aba no aben so pa ena omo pon se 2:30 no mo ba so a no makwakwa pe ba bi ahye etu mo ye ya be 1 month no mo frɛ Eric yes ye from teachers bi a obi e boarding to fortunately for me ena me uncle ifre krase by satan no be carry ni koko no you know say be mama tell say so try pa na na field they oba no pa no ma start ya ma share working gear me ko adwuma na mo so say me papa enye ska ma me intino de me ko ma start adwuma pa no say what na when ji ho say there be me ko da bia am ko na misu na so I just don't want to be you can say akura TV as me is bibia o ye eno ye no say no sorry ne enko ma me raw me ho ne e ku school ku tuitua me bibia you be shocked and surprised and no man sua there now is 3 months no man sua there for 1 month and some 2 weeks but no ku sua there etna say e baaye I nearly became a first position in the class because now my real task say by hook or crook we are no same here in school me and madam fu baako ye friend akwasi mahu na wa bia mo hye science onya those times na 111 boy 11 once kwasi mahu no ni maame ni papa nobody why they call a cancer secondary school kwasi mahu at the shoe shine na yi also the dream was to become a doctor. Nem crofo na wo kire o ma dear science calculus na say hard maths mu you know and na e be a doctor e be engineer e be say and no hu akwasi me wo hu kra no odwane enti say akwasi me hu enya opportunity said ye na na do dan kwa kufu abde ba 2017 yeah man panyini bi ka say 20 it will take Ghana 20 years and sana yet me implement you can say 3 years teachers John Mahama
that prove here.
So also it will take Ghana 20 years and sana yet me implement 3 years teachers tisa kwesi me hu enya sa opportunity we bia kena kwesi me hu bia ko UGMC anase kolebu so 83 years teachers there maame wo bia na me me ote awo bi na me asabe mprebiasa me fie sikani honom no eyade a we cherish it wo mo ye the air kono ebiem wo hwe na areko na asefem sebe mpanyifo se o man panyini sebe we nya bia ma wase a ye ntwa ne ho emmo no kro no look at Prempeh College yeah robotics enya Africa wo and yes, sub-Saharan Africa. The whole world, Koyeno, Harvard School of Science, Robotics. Prempeh College became the best school in the whole world for robotics. It's all as a result of free SHS. The
context is wrong.
Please.
Passport. Correct. No.
But also, yes, specific. Yes, specific with robotics as a okay. The statement to make it any general and the results are a barbon and our kind of saying, you know, oh, yes, and I said, your mom call robotics. I can't want to say, I
St. James, Sunyai, the best 3 students in the whole of Sub-Saharan Africa, Omo St. James. And Klaus, no more private school, Omo free SHS. Look at no more comparative analysis in terms of resource are ever. Omo free SHS. Any year we are former John Mahama, resource and crowd mucha, na na do free SHS. Who just simply so can say, Chow Mucha in I upon your Diamaomo. 77 penny for penny moon, and some say every fool and Mudiaba. Miniaba, more national service. Now, I dear
okay.
Now, I am a real over the years, share companies. Yeah, omit me the request pass, ye per plumber, ye per electrician, ye per mason, ye per omomoto task near. Because you can't say university is moving maybe. And the first batch, who's the free SHS for no? Omo first batch no, omo ISAT omo real school this time we are. Now, you meet the kind of say real estate agents now companies omo krumwan. Now omo do omo request buy. Ebisi me pepperan be at 50. Ebisi me mason 100. Ebisi me pesi. Na yetimi edema wo mu. Na 1 year me a company I say hey. In fact, a dear we ya Nanado ayeno. He will ever and ever be grateful to Nanado. Be obeko biano bebodi. Esa say, o se wo fa enkwala, o ma fa entitiemu so asua plumbing, electricals, mason mu yina. Omo mode of working is quite different from yen yanuma say be omo any entity enwe what so o si dan architect no o so unya ma no e dan say na say akra no onya tete o hu say e dan we say blocks do say na be di me to amna na sa chia me hu. This is the handful nature of Nanado Dankwa Kufuado. 0302211701 0302211702 0302211703 na 0302211704 obefre na wadwenche ne nkomo ya de free SHS na Galamsey wo de aba ma me nko Adama ho 1 minute na wo response me say wo check ya de bia e wo ho na
ma me correct no
me too
last year Yi they bar out over 1,000 students were engaged into more practice, examination more practice. Over 1,000. That's the highest ever in the history of this Fourth Republic. The highest ever. And then His Excellency John Dramani Kanye, because you will her and a bind a printed pass school, a mass students, a catch almost after the election, after the examination, no, Ambano. Omo teachers.
But it's who sujina position say a ponti no mucha.
Is it a fact? Say Waik holding over 1,000 students resource as a result of leakage of papers, more practices. Is it true or not?
But Adama,
it's a question I
there be me mouse answer. But the person say me we senior high. The senior high school that I'm you know. The whole year nyan omo hodi ye results.
It's a fact.
It's a person who say new one.
But the quantum we are talking about, it's not about new. Obi I'm not done.
My point, you know, answer when I call baby and you make aba.
Thank you. Osi, so Obi enya AI, it doesn't mean he score 100%. There's a mistake, but the mistake no sir. And we are talking about the quantum.
Mama fa first caller Embra. Mama mo ache no pay. Memoation.
Bye.
Me patro din ba be afefi.
From me akwa me ka se fi obuasi.
Akwa yeti o.
Madam. Madam Pacho, education na man need to all crazy here na. Education here yo. The education pata. The one discuss here, one discuss 5,000, 6,000. Free school na say, free school fees na say, free education. And free school fees, free education. And just one discuss 6,000, 4,000, 5,000. But obey Putri, no va school. The promotion, no free again, but the school is yes free education. It's that money. Yes free education. Madam Wasi.
Meso meda say Adama.
Yes, one. And then on my opinion that which was a fact. The quantum was excessive. Young fan twinch, you see, MPP for Adibako Muni. When you say 2014, and this is 30. Free SHS day with 320 day students.
Mate, mame fa imano emra ima matchen. Na free me fin.
Be free ashaman de bano.
Mate ma meeting.
Mpacho se NDC ni na all studio communicator no. Say ebi won the fin no o si quality no eni ho. Mpacho bisan say kama President Mahama e wo so no. No more man. Pascona or canon, so any man person in Kajan said, I'm in secondary school, Katan before get a graduate, as you in the graduate. Pasco questions are being way and the pamphlet of my head. And you just a chill point of fast way questions to bet you are solving. And you Pasco and yet a poor I just said, remember. If you because I said now, or move. Yes, it is. Madam for your the same school. Second year, and Papa Cabinet, Madam, but two when one goes to one of the and the other you fire a lot of the kind of free no and a comedy of Banka school years ago. Education is the key. Look at America. And I do argue, say, no manner, but what is no better? And no boy again, didn't argue, say, not is our own top perspective. Mate.
Ima mame na so ate kwabna mache. Me ho ye na frefin.
Pacho e kata shuri amantem adanse abufu.
Me ti o papa.
Me de ka me kan say ye pen for no. But me fi amantem. Ye me kan say yen pen for no edu baby a eya na ihu de kru tutu new bra me papa say yini anything so na for ma ye to ka from 2014 me papa yini eni mi sister mi dey e kare bi na fa to no so ba edu school na madam say employ you no edu school na o mo school go edu so tete one na employ you madam mi tell you school fees after na mi try no to be go around after that me go school no suppose you know 3 years no the first school fees they starting 100 different me last one ni echo I agree
kwabna for no si mame kwabna fa che me why o person share story ni mo abati ni bre mame mo achen Papa, you're from some free thing.
But Nana Jeji Kashara.
Nana, get you.
That's about me. I mine. I mean, and then you about me about. If I don't know what you education by I, get my young say, if you could, you must maybe a more for you to put your job for him. It is about my tongue, I'll for him just there. And then say, Galamsey issue from that I ask you. And bring that Mahamaka said, on a bar, or one will go to me now. Na mimi wamesema sasa tenka unfuatwa nkata ngete kwenye okana to unfuatwa sasa Galamsey pulu eyewode na wuto wanko shama ko kana ka baka asemi ibi an yidu to banya akupa do die no modern boy so mi cha Galamsey cha wo bi da Mahama to mun da Mahama de wo so se oba wata shewu kana a wo ya sama paja pade ibi tun ti obo wa ya mi tra mo mi aba
don shira won so nana me fa ofofra e mo achi o Me ba to America. Bema. Junior.
Yes.
Jumachi.
Exactly.
Na ofrefin.
Because my very weekend tambo.
Mate Julietio.
That's na nkoko nka mo ni ajumapa ajumatia mo bo ma kana mai na. And then show production team no so e so mo bo ajumapa ha wa chio.
Okay.
Bini aba. Free education I come once. Usher in the history of Ghana. This is one of the policies. I want Ghana high. Benefiting from a fact of the matter. Can you cannot view school according to statistics? Hundreds of thousands of JHS students are moving to school. And now, and your school fees into maybe about admission fee.
Mate, Bema, fache me brason, we dey aka 30 seconds into no, ye we 5 seconds here in Nigeria
in 2014. NDC introduced free day senior secondary. And now you enroll 320,000 day students. All day students in Ghana, no go school free. All day students.
Me that say
because NDC is almost progressive.
Okay, good.
That's 5 seconds.
Adama.
85 seconds, Mayor, you know. Ghana for you NT. The only sitting president, under his tenure, cancelled BEC examination, Mahama. And I quote, say the West African Examination Council, WAEC, cancelled the 5 papers after it's emerged that they had leaked and scheduled June 29th.
Okay, Brason.
2015.
Brason, dear Majeso. And ne abena pokoa. When near. Ojo ane me ha ya Adom TV Asempa 94.7. Yada was a so share ya crowd.